resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Heard live on News Talk 99.5 WRNO and the iHeartRadio app. Here are your hosts, Brian Held and D. Squared.
Good afternoon, good evening. This is The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. This is your host, D Squared with
Brian Held.
Brian Held, how the hell are you, buddy?
I am so great because
you can't stand it.
I forgot to tell you something last week.
What?
Happy anniversary, Dave.
What?
Well,
I didn't know we got married.
No, but the show this month is 4 years old.
Holy crap, we're old.
Yeah. We've been on the airways for 4 years, and
we've been slumming it around, slumming it around town, and now we're on the big stick.
So thank you for bringing me on 3.5 years ago.
Oh,
yeah, it's been a great 4 years.
It hasn't been the same without you, or with you, one or the other. So, all right. Well, happy Mother's Day, you mother.
Mm-hmm. Right. You want to lay out the show?
Yeah. What's going on today?
All right, guys, we're going to get into some top nerd news here in a minute. Then we have Skungy and his pick of the week. It's Prey.
Yeah, I want to know if that's worth it, man, because, I mean, I've seen a whole bunch of previews for it. Like, it's always, airing on a lot of big TV stations.
Right.
It looks pretty cool, but I don't know.
We're going to find out in a minute. Then, of course, our guest this week is Jeremy London.
From Mallrats, and this guy, we interviewed him back at Southern Geek Fest. He's coming back again.
Yeah.
All I remember is when we talk with him, you pull his string and he won't shut up. He just keeps on talking. Yeah. He's like the Energizer Bunny of chit-chat.
No, it's good. And, of course, we're going to close out the show with This Week in Geek History and Celebrity Birthdays. So you ready to get started, Dave?
Let's do it.
And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world. Brought to you by Kasha's Bazaar. Find them at 5727 Jefferson Highway. And now, our top nerd news stories.
All right, Brian. Well, topping us off, they had a lot of TV news going on this week, and so they had a lot of cancellations and renewals this week.
They did.
And so a lot of shows that made the cut aren't overly surprising, but some that got cut, It's hard to tell because, it all based on these crazy Nielsen ratings, which, are kind of sketchy in and of themselves, in my personal opinion.
Right.
But a lot of shows that really needed to be renewed, I think, did. For ABC in particular, let's start there.
Okay, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I am loving it, right? And, of course, this last episode, if anybody caught it, we're getting Ghost Rider back, and that's super cool.
Yeah, I actually didn't even get a chance to see it yet, or at least what Ghost Rider looked like.
Right.
But so they're renewed. Once Upon a Time is renewed,
right?
And that's the whole fairy tale-esque kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Has a whole Disney vibe to it,
right?
But over on CBS, The Big Bang Theory got renewed.
Yeah, and have we had enough Big Bang Theory?
No.
How long has it been on?
It's like the nerds of Friends.
Well,
the Friends of Nerds, or nerdy friends. They're getting $1 million an episode, though.
Right.
They're making some serious scratch.
Well, and I think we could probably credit Big Bang Theory with the whole geek as sheep.
Oh, yeah, man.
Deal.
I know you and I were talking before the show. A whole bunch of people are upset how it's making nerds look bad. Well, they made us look good in the beginning, so just shut your pie hole. At this point in time, people's like, oh, you hurt my feelings. Everybody's, get your feelings out of here. I don't want to hear about stupid feelings. MacGyver got renewed.
Yeah.
He made paper clips and potatoes and bombs, and I haven't watched a single episode on CBS, though.
I haven't seen it since the original.
What was his first name again?
Angus.
Angus,
yes.
well played. Now let's go over to Fox, where shows go to die.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Well, the good ones survive. Bob's Burger, Family Guy, Gotham, Lucifer, The Simpsons.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, dude, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, fellow member of the PC Master Race, Terry Crews, is on there. So,
God, I hate you. So some of the shows that got canceled, Sleepy Hollow, which was really a good show. Yeah. I enjoyed the hell out of that. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did because A, it was good. It was on Fox.
Right.
And B, it had demons and all that kind of stuff in it. And, typically demons and, all that kind of crap doesn't fly too well.
Well, but Lucifer made it.
Right. So I guess, maybe we're breaking down that demonic wall. I don't know what that means. But APB got canceled. And that's Ernie Hudson from the Ghostbusters. We interviewed him.
Yeah.
And, he was really excited. When we interviewed him, he was telling us how excited he was about this show.
Right.
And when we walked away from the interview, we're like, Did he say it was on Fox? I think he said it was on Fox. Right. Good luck, Ernie. And, well,
yeah,
he's a big name. He'll come back again.
Yeah, and Scream Queens?
My brother watches that show. He loves him some Scream Queens. You know?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. He's not. My brother's going to kick my ass now.
Right.
All right, so NBC, I mean, here's one of the things that got canceled. Timeless, which is that little time travel series.
Right.
And I watched a lot of the first season. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Michael Kripke or Eric Kripke, who had a little hand in Supernatural and a bunch of other really big-name shows.
Yeah.
He was one of the main writers on the show.
Okay.
Well, it got canceled. Well, it's been 3 days since it was canceled. Apparently, they went back in time and fixed it because
Really?
NBC has now retracted and renewed Timeless.
Nice. That's awesome.
So, apparently, writing your congressman does work.
Right.
Strongly worded letters are still read sometimes. They canceled Grimm, though.
Yeah.
Grimm is gone. But here's the big one, Brian. The CW.
Yeah.
The Cartoon Network.
No.
The real-life Cartoon Network.
Right.
That's what CW is, man. They got the Arrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Flash, The 100, Riverdale, Supergirl, Supernatural, iZombie, and the originals.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of comic properties, man.
Yes, and then Reign got canceled. That's kind of like a little period piece, the Queen of England, and Vampire Diaries, which was kind of like the really the non-naked version of HBO's True Blood.
Okay,
that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
But the original is the same thing. It's Vampires in New Orleans. How original. Speaking of the CW.
Yeah, no. So the CW orders a DC Black Lightning to series.
It's systematic. Dramatic. It's Grease Lightning. No, it's Black Lightning.
Yeah, it's Black Lightning.
He was one of the first black heroes in comics. In DC.
Comics.
In DC Comics,
yes.
Right. Actually, the original, they called him the Black Bomber. And get this. Fortunately, it never saw print.
Okay.
The Black Bomber was the name of the original Black Lightning.
Yeah.
He was a white guy. And when he got angry, he didn't turn into the Hulk. He turned into a black guy with superpowers.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that would pretty much manage to piss off everybody with any kind of moral compass.
Oh yeah.
But no, they Black Lightning is he's kind of like Luke Cage and all these people that lived in Hell's Kitchen. He lived in the crappy part of Metropolis.
Okay.
And so that's this new series is going to be on CW, and it's just it's just kind of continuing what people want. This kind of stuff. I want it.
Yeah. Definitely.
So they're going to start cranking out more of this crap. I mean, well, not crap, good stuff.
No, it is good stuff. I'm glad to see that coming to light.
So now, what's next? We were talking about the CW. More TV.
More
it's
TV.
Like a TV show now.
Yeah, so Judge Dredd. They've ordered a Judge Dredd television show.
Who and why?
Well, it's the independent entertainment studio I Am Global and the independent UK games developer and publisher Rebellion have struck a deal to create a Judge Dredd TV show, and it's going to be one of those deals where they're focusing on a team of judges.
Okay.
And I'm guessing that Dredd is going to be kind of in and out. You're not going to see that's not the main focus.
Okay, well that's probably good.
Yeah, but I'm so excited. I love Judge Dredd. I love the whole universe.
Is there any kind of TV channel in that article or no?
No, it's not yet. I mean, they haven't attached it to a network.
So who
or
owns
anything.
the I Am Global thing? Is that Sylvester Stallone's property?
Well, no.
I am the law.
No,
I am the law.
Stop! You're hurting me.
I am the law.
The executive producers,
Rob Schneider,
Mark Stern.
Rob Schneider.
He developed Battlestar Galactica, Helix, and Defiance at Sci-Fi.
Ooh. Then
there's this guy Stuart Ford. He's CEO over there. And the owners of Rebellion, Jason and Chris Kingsley, and with Ford, they were the producers of the 2012 Dredge film with Carl Urban. Maybe
I failed parenting on that day.
Why?
I really dropped the parenting ball.
Why?
DJ was about maybe 7 or so.
In 12.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah, he'd been 6, almost 7. And we watched Judge Dredd.
Oh, wow.
And every other word was the F word.
Yeah.
And I failed parenting 101. I just looked at him and all right, okay, just don't use the words, please. Because we were already already half an hour, 45 minutes into the movie, they'd already said the F word 12 times. I'm just like, Well,
You're lucky
just don't use
DJ's a
it.
good kid.
Yes, I got lucky.
But no, I mean, there's been a lot of support for Judge Dredd after that 2012 movie came out from the fans. And so it's good to see that pressure from fans. Maybe this is the result. That's what we're going to get. But it'll be called Judge Dredd Mega City 1. I'm super, super excited for that.
So it's going to be like the 90210?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So before we go to break, you wanted to give a word of advice to people who might be in the market for a new convention.
Yeah. So of course, you guys know we attend a lot of conventions all the time. We're very steeped in the community and with the with the organizers and stuff. And we did a little bit of coverage last year for Space City Comic-Con as far as letting people know that there was some not so good things happening with that event.
Right.
People didn't get paid. Fans were jerked around a whole lot. Well, those owners of that con have rebranded themselves as Fandom Galaxy. Now, we're not saying anything about Fandom Galaxy as far as if it's going to be a good event or not, but just buyer beware. Guys, know who is behind.
So it's the same owner, the guy who screwed everybody over, just kind of like, he's like, hung up a new shingle.
Pretty much, yeah.
Starting from scratch.
So keep an eye out for that.
Good luck to him.
Well, yeah, maybe.
And good luck to you, the consumer.
Right. All right. Well, guys, stay tuned. When we get back after the break, we're going to have Skungy come on and give us his pick of the week. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Message and data rates may apply.
Ladies, we know men don't like to ask for help, whether it's asking for directions or taking care of themselves. So if your guy is over 45 and not feeling like the man he used to be, he may need help boosting his free testosterone levels. Nugenix can help boost his free testosterone levels with Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help him feel stronger, more energetic, and more passionate, too. And right now, we'll give him a complimentary bottle. Just text the word KEEP to 42424 now. Nugenix is so effective, it's now the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. So if you want to help your man feel like the man he used to be, just text KEEP to 42424 now, and we'll give him a complimentary bottle. Award-winning Nugenix is available at many fine retailers, but you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting KEEP to 42424. That's KEEP to 42424.
Unwelcome visitors may be lurking in your home. Ants marching in, cockroaches skittering through the cracks, mice scurrying in the walls. One team can save your home from pests. A team 10,000 strong with 90 years of experience. Terminix. For a free pest estimate, call 1-800-400-4174.
Ants. Tens of thousands storm in from a single colony. Cockroaches are tireless survivors. They can carry harmful bacteria and may even crawl over your food and the places you eat. Mice can have 50 offspring a year and bring fleas, mites, and ticks into your home. The only force more relentless than pests? Terminix.
Pests never stop trying to get in. We never stop working to keep them out. If they come back, so will we. With a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Protect your home today with a free pest estimate from Terminix, America's leading termite and pest control provider. For your free pest estimate, call 1-800-400-4174. Terminix, Defenders of Home. That's 1-800-400-4174.
30-day money-back guarantee at participating locations. Limitations apply. See plan for details.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
MobyCon is coming this Memorial Day weekend, May 26th through the 28th at the Mobile Riverview Plaza Hotel. To get your tickets now, go to mobilecomiccon.org. That's mobilecomiccon.org. MobyCon, May 26th through the 28th.
Kasha's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com/shop and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com/shop.
Hey there, Gulf Coast. Hattiesburg's only comic book and pop culture convention, Southern Geek Fest, is coming May 20th and 21st to the Forest County Multipurpose Center. 2 days of comic books, cosplay, media guests, authors, vendors, and more. Southern Geek Fest has a huge lineup of guests, including Peyton Witch from Stranger Things and Don Teams from The Walking Dead. For tickets and more information, go to southerngeekfest.com. Southern Geek Fest. We'll see you there.
This is the Week in Geek with D Squared and Brian Held.
Outstanding.
Miss any of today's show? Download the Geek podcast at WRNO.com. Here are your hosts, D Squared and Brian Held.
Welcome back. This is the Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. This is D Squared with
Brian Held.
All right, Brian, we were talking during the break about one of our listeners was sending you information on the new branding of Wonder Woman's movie.
Yeah, so a buddy of ours, Jason, sent me some pictures, apparently from Pinkberry.
Pinkberry?
Yeah.
That's sexist.
No, it's the frozen yogurt place, Dave.
Oh, well, that's yummy.
And they've got some banners up in their stores, I guess, that are advertising for Wonder Woman, and they've got some different flavors of...
Are they sexist flavors?
No, it's, what is this? Triple Berry Wonder and the Wonder Woman Berry Bold and...
Berry Bold. I see what they did there.
Yeah, so, and then the Wonder Woman Berry Swirl. So, yeah.
See,
and,
they are doing product placement.
Yeah, and definitely...
and Pinkberry, people love them some Pinkberry, especially those millennials, man.
They do, and it's definitely not diet bars, right?
It's not. But it's diet yogurt.
Well, there's a lot of chocolate in there. I don't know how diety that is. Chocolate. All right, you ready for Skungy?
Yes.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
He might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo!
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
Good evening, gentlemen, and how are y'all on this fine day?
We are super fantastic. Thanks for asking, pal.
Awesome.
All right, man. So look, you're talking about this game Prey, man. All right, lay it on me, dude. I want to know.
Prey. Ah, man.
Prey.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's okay. Not to be confused, number one, not to be confused with the original game Prey that came out in 2006 for the Xbox 360. It's got the same name, and it's made by the same company, but it is completely different.
But they couldn't afford to change the name?
They liked the name for this story. The best way that I can describe it, man, it's hard to describe this game, but the best way that I can describe it is like BioShock meets Dead Space.
Oh, wow. That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, this game is really, really, really good. It's creepy. I mean, super creepy. Like the original Alien's creepy.
Well, what's the narrative? What's kind of the hook to get you in?
Okay, so you're playing this game. You're playing this character named Morgan Yu, and what he is, he's the scientist on this Talos 1 research station. Now, it's got a kind of bit of an alternate history to it. Kennedy was never assassinated.
Okay.
So because of that, the United States and the Soviet Union worked together to reach space and reach the moon and whatnot, and they had this joint space station. Well, because of that alternate history, the space race moved forward a lot quicker than it did in real life. So they have this huge space station, and in the 1950s they found this. The 1960s they found this alien race in space, and they were studying it on this station. Well, this alien species gets loose, and this alien species it's creepy because they have this one thing called the Mimic. The Mimic can mimic anything in the room, from a coffee cup to a clipboard to a computer screen. whatever. So you walk into a room, you have no idea what is in there.
What, it can change its mass too? Like if it's a big giant, hulking beast like Brian, then it can shape down to a paperclip? Sorry, Brian.
Okay, they have a big another brand of mimics that also can do that. They become stuff bigger, but so it's like, but most of the time it's just small stuff like I said, like coffee mugs and like maybe screens or stuff like that. But these rooms are littered with stuff, so you walk into a room and you have like no idea what's going on, and then they get smarter too. So if you like run through a room, you're like, I don't want to deal with the mimics. I'm going to run through a room and just keep running through it. Eventually, they'll all gather in the middle of the room and burst on you all at once.
So I can see a lot of jump scares in this, right?
There are plenty of jump scares in it. Yes. The heart of the core of the game, it is a first-person shooter.
Okay, I can get behind that.
But it's not necessarily like you're not going to have a lot of like weapons lying around. You're going to be having to work on your wits and your stealth a little bit more. It's not going to be just like an all-out like brawl fest, but it's also got an RPG element to it as well, where you're going to level up and you can do the neuromods they're called, and some of them are like simple, where you can get yourself, you're stronger, and you can pick up like super heavy things, like you pick up like crates and everything, or you can hack things better, or you're better with gunsmith and like putting guns together. But then you can also put the alien tech inside of you as well.
Oh.
What? Inside of you?
Yeah, it has inside of, and you can do that mimic ability. So you can turn into a coffee cup.
Is that why I keep seeing things? Is that why I keep seeing toilet paper rolls on YouTube? Like people are transforming themselves into toilet paper and rolling down the hallway?
That's exactly what you can do. Yes.
Man. See, all right, now I'm just gonna play that game just so I can do that.
Oh, you're so sophomoric.
And people have been doing that. They've been making videos just like, I'm a coffee cup rolling around. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody turned into a banana.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads.
So are there other aliens besides these mimic things?
Yeah, there are different types of aliens. There are. I don't want to give away too much because, I mean, it really is so far as a good story, and it's very suspenseful. They have different forms of aliens. Some of them are, like, super tough. Some of them, like, one of them I can't even get past right now. It's, like, 2 stories tall, and it sees me, and it hits me, and it's instant death.
Interesting.
So try stealth. Try stealth.
So I'm guessing is that we have discovered these aliens, and then your goal, I guess, is to try to take over the base again and kind of clear it out. Is that?
I don't want to give it away.
Okay. All right.
Because, like I said, that's kind of, if I talk
It's
about that,
an integral
it's
part of the story.
All right, that's fair.
God, Brian, you trying to ruin it for all the listeners?
No.
Okay, good.
I mean, this game is.
Don't be that
it's
guy.
Unbelievably suspenseful. Like I said, I can't say that enough because I jumped. I literally jumped out of my skin.
But you are a bit of a puddin'.
Oh, come on.
He is.
No, he's not. I'm not. He's telling the truth. I'm not. All right. I'm very scary. It's not even funny. I don't even know why I work in haunted houses.
All right. So now tell me. All right, price and platform.
It is going to be $59.99. It is on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and the dirty PC.
I guess that's a Steam purchase?
Yeah, it's Steam. There's, as far as I know, I haven't seen a physical copy of it.
So what about,
but, that's how it is most of the days.
Right.
So like DLC, like season pass or whatever. I mean,
there's none for it right now.
All right. So I mean, it's actually like a complete game.
It's a complete game that's got nothing extra to it, as far as I know.
Who's the publisher?
It's Bethesda.
Oh, wow.
Brian, it's your boys.
I guess I'm going to have to go play it now.
See, now you are.
Yeah.
That's called brand loyalty.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing that makes you play the game. Nothing I've told you about before, but just because it puts their stamp on it, I got to play it.
Well, the thing is everything you said has been intriguing, and I'm interested, but because it's Bethesda, I know it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that?
All right, Skungy.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you later, Puddin'.
All right.
You're
later,
fine.
guys.
All right, guys. So, Brian.
Yes, sir.
When we get back, the phone is ringing.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, wow.
It's Jeremy London.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll get to him right after these short commercial messages. Guys, stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
When we grew, good Can't wait until Saturday morning at 7 to hear advisor Laurence Olivier's guidance for retirement security on the financial safari? Call now for a complimentary discussion about your financial questions. 800-588-2167.
Have you always wanted to try out your acting chops on stage? Maybe you're a seasoned actor looking for your next production. The Jefferson Performing Arts Society is holding auditions for Jambalaya the Musical. Auditions will be held May 27th and 28th. Rehearsals begin June 17th with performance dates in July. Actors, singers, and dancers are all needed. Performers are paid for this production. Go to jpas.org. A message from WRNO Communities, helping to make a difference in New Orleans.
Dad, slow down. We're not in that big of a hurry.
We have to be there by 7.
We'll be even later if we crash.
I'm not going that fast.
Faster than we need to.
You know, you're pretty wise for a 15-year-old.
Thanks, Dad.
Crashes are a leading cause of death globally, but driving the speed limit decreases your risk of a collision. Pledge your commitment to safe driving at togetherforsaferroads.org/pledge. Brought to you by Together for Safer Roads. Companies driven to save lives.
NOLA Time Fest 5, June 3rd, 12 to 9 p.m. at the Jefferson Orleans North has everything for Doctor Who fans, artists, vendors, games, costume contests, time machines, and more. Saturday night's Chronopalooza 2 features Tomb and Nick Cage, some Metry Guy, Futurenauts, and the New Orleans Steamcog Orchestra. NOLA Time Fest 5, June 3rd, 12 to 9 p.m. at the Jefferson Orleans North. Get discounted tickets now at nolatimefest.com. June 3rd is your appointment with the doctor.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com/shop and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com/shop.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
MobyCon is coming this Memorial Day weekend, May 26th through the 28th at the Mobile Riverview Plaza Hotel. To get your tickets now, go to mobilecomiccon.org. That's mobilecomiccon.org. MobyCon, May 26th through the 28th.
Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, is now an audiobook read for you by Brian Held. It's a tale of a young girl from Tortuga who disguises herself as a boy and bluffs her way onto a pirate ship, chasing after her one true love, only to find adventure on the high seas. Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid is available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. Get your copy of Jezebel Johnston today.
Hey there, Gulf Coast! Hattiesburg's only comic book and pop culture convention, Southern Geek Fest, is coming May 20th and the 21st to the Forest County Multipurpose Center. 2 days of comic books, cosplay, media guests, authors, vendors, and more. Southern Geek Fest has a huge lineup of guests, including Peyton Witch from Stranger Things and Don Teams from The Walking Dead. For tickets and more information, go to southerngeekfest.com. Southern Geek Fest. We'll see you there.
When you're in need of pain relief, come to Need It Relief Massage Therapy. Kat is an experienced licensed massage therapist. Check out her website and book your session online now at massagetherapykm.com. Need It Relief Massage Therapy for some much needed relief.
Now, back to the Week in Geek with local celebrity Brian Held, hashtag LCBH. Here are your hosts, local celebrity Brian Held, and that other guy, what's his name again?
Welcome back. This is the Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. This is your host, D Squared, with
Brian Held.
Brian, we have a special guest on the line.
We absolutely do. Joining us is Mr. Jeremy London. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're so fantastic. So, hey, from what I hear, this is huge news. You've been working on a production called Blood Country, but I'm not sure much about it. Please tell me what's going on with this.
Well, in the very sort of, I'm very proud of my new state of Mississippi, where my wife and I have moved, and we live on the Gulf Coast, and we love it. And so we really try to do our best to support Mississippi filmmakers, and we're trying to infuse the state with the film industry, get the film industry here making movies, get the lawmakers understanding there's value in bringing the film here and stuff like that. And so I was lucky enough to get to work on a movie being made here in Mississippi called Blood Country, and I play a Texas Ranger who winds up being the guns for a Mississippi lawman who is charged with hunting down a fugitive who has murdered his brother.
Okay.
And so it's pretty intense. It's my first Western. And so it was pretty cool. I grew up on a cattle ranch in Oklahoma, and so it was fun to be able to get back on horses. And it's always fun to be able to throw a badge on and pretend you're a sheriff and be a little bit of a badass. So that was pretty cool.
That's cool. Now, what's the source material for this? Is this based off a true story?
It is based on a true story. I don't know the exacts of the original story, but I do know that it was based pretty closely to something that really did happen in the Mississippi Delta in the late 1880s, I believe it was, or the like mid 1880s. And so it's a little bit of folklore, but it's also got some factual backing as well. And it was intense, it's a movie about a guy who murdered his own brother.
Wow.
So it's pretty intense, when you think about it. I mean, my family feuds. We're Irish.
Right.
But it's amazing to me. I try to put myself in the headspace of the people that lived back then, and sort of the kind of essential lawless nature of living in the West or the Midwest or the South, the deep, dirty South.
Right.
Back in those days, but there was a semblance of law,
right.
And so but it really does, sort of makes me wonder, what exactly happened with that family that they got to the point where one of them's murdering the other one.
Right.
We don't really delve into the backstory of that. We just start off with them already going toe to toe. So it's I would really be curious to see what happened to cause that deep of a rift,
Right. Now, when can folks go see this?
Well, I'm hoping that it'll be out soon. I know Travis Mills, the director, is a really fast-moving filmmaker, and so typically whenever you make a movie, it could be a year and a half, 2 years before you see it. But with digital technology, the way that things are working and the swiftness in which Travis Mills works, I think that this will be ready soon. As a matter of fact, he actually posted on Facebook the other day that they've already got the first cut of it finished, which is obscene. I've never even heard of anybody finishing a film that quickly. It's pretty amazing. So I'm hoping to get to see it in the next month or two. Would be really cool.
Well, now, speaking of movies, now Monsters Anonymous. Tell me about that. And aren't you going to be showing that somewhere as well?
We are. We're going to be showing Monsters Anonymous at Southern Geek Fest. We actually just won an Indie Fest award for excellence. It's called Monsters Anonymous, and it's a movie, the short film that we started off. I have an acting school down here in the South called London Arts Acting Studio, and we literally started off. We were going to just shoot this fun, silly movie as kind of like a student film pet project. Throw some video cameras up and shoot it. Probably, if we're lucky, get Halloween makeup,
right.
Because it's about the original sort of monsters, the universal monsters, Dracula and the werewolf, Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Bride of Frankenstein. They're all in a therapy session together because they're depressed over not being scary anymore.
Oh wow!
So the premise is really, really funny, and all of our actors knocked it out of the park. 95% of the actors in it are London Arts students, and that was the goal of making the movie in the first place, was just to do something for the students. And we wound up getting lucky enough to get Brian O'Halloran from Clerks in it playing Dracula. We got Jackie Siegel, who is known as the Queen of Versailles. She's plays our therapist, and she's a hoot. My wife and I did an episode of Celebrity Wife Swap with she and her husband, and when we were living on a cattle ranch in Oklahoma, and she and her husband are billionaires, so some of the wealthiest people in America, and they swapped us out because they wanted to see Jackie have to go out and scoop horse crap and cow crap and stuff. It was pretty funny.
Nice.
It was one of the most well-received episodes of Wife Swap, but in the process, we became actually really good friends with Jackie and David Siegel.
That's
and
cool.
They've become really like an integral part of our lives. As a matter of fact, they became an integral part of Brian O'Halloran's as well, because after we did Monsters Anonymous, Brian went and shot something called the Fireball Run with Jackie, which is a bit like the Cannonball Run, but it's to raise awareness and money for different causes.
Cool.
But Brian O'Halloran's become a part of the family down here now, and everybody just loves them. And
nice.
so we got really blessed. With Monsters Anonymous, you can actually go and you can see it for free on YouTube or Vimeo. You can type in www.watchthemonsters.com or www.helpthemonsters.com. And it'll take you straight to the site where you can see the movie. And it is hilarious. I certainly suggest knocking back a beer or two.
Awesome.
And watching it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
So Southern Geek Fest is coming up. That's May 21st, 22nd, and you're one of the biggest guests that's going to be there. What do you have going on at the event?
Well, we are showing Brian O'Halloran is coming into town, and we are going to show Monsters Anonymous there. I'm friends with Rafe White and a couple of the fellows that are throwing the convention, that are running the convention. And so I like I said, I really just try to support everybody in the community in Mississippi that's trying to bring the entertainment industry down here. And I think these conventions are a really nice way of getting like-minded people together, artists, actors, all kinds of filmmakers, bringing them together under one roof, and kind of getting to be a bit of a kid for the weekend,
Oh, yeah.
The
Definitely.
cosplayers and stuff like that. And so it kind of sort of just shows that what we do is supposed to be fun.
Absolutely.
And brings a little bit of fun to it, to those that tend to take it a little bit too seriously,
Oh, yeah. Well, Jeremy, we so much appreciate you taking the time to be with us tonight.
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. And we are going to see you at Southern Geek Fest May 21st and 22nd at the
Yes, you will.
Oh, yeah, out in Hattiesburg. Guys, join us. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, you guys come out. Everybody come out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come out and meet Brian O'Halloran, myself, and the rest of the Monsters Anonymous cast and some of the crew, and come out and spend some money.
All right, guys. Well, that's Jeremy London. When we come back from this break, we'll wrap up the show like we always do with This Week in Geek History. This is The Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO.
Message and data rates may apply.
When did American men get so soft? Today's average red-blooded American man has less testosterone than his father, and his father has less testosterone than his father. Before we turn into a country of powder puffs, Force Factor is launching the Man Up America event. We want to send every man in America a complimentary bottle of the breakout supplement taking GNC by storm. Test X 180 Ignite, loaded with free testosterone-boosting manliness. Get your complimentary bottle by texting FUEL to 369-369. During workouts, Test X180 Ignite raises levels of free testosterone in your body to help build lean muscle. Plus, it helps burn fat, fuel sexual desire, and improve performance. Now you can continue to feel like the real men that made this country great. Do yourself a favor. Do America a favor. Text FUEL to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle. That's a complimentary bottle by texting FUEL to 369-369.
Hey there, Gulf Coast. Hattiesburg's only comic book and pop culture convention, Southern Geek Fest, is coming May 20th and 21st to the Forest County Multipurpose Center. 2 days of comic books, cosplay, media guests, authors, vendors, and more. Southern Geek Fest has a huge lineup of guests, including Peyton Witch from Stranger Things and Don Teams from The Walking Dead. For tickets and more information, go to southerngeekfest.com. Southern Geek Fest. We'll see you there.
You've waited for it, and now it's here. Get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt and help support our show. These 100% cotton black t-shirts with the Week in Geek Radio Show logo are going fast. So don't wait. Go to twigradio.com and order your shirt now. Just go to twigradio.com/shop and get your very own Week in Geek Radio Show t-shirt. $15 up to XL, $17 for 2X and 3X. That's twigradio.com/shop.
Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway, across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the Flea Market.
MobiCon is coming this Memorial Day weekend, May 26th through the 28th at the Mobile Riverview Plaza Hotel. To get your tickets now, go to mobilecomiccon.org. That's mobilecomiccon.org. MobiCon, May 26th through the 28th.
Friends, is your morning tea just not your cup of tea? Then try the tea blends of Viridian Tea Company. At Viridian Tea Company, they sell blends guaranteed to make you think outside the box. With such blends as My Enemy's Tears, Goth Librarian, Cyberpunk, and many more, your tea experience will be out of this world. Look for the blends at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop, located at 631 North Carrollton, or on Etsy at Viridian Tea Company. Try Viridian Tea Company today. Your taste buds will thank you.
In a New Orleans that never was and never will be, airships float high above the city while platoons of clockwork automatons patrol the streets below. In Storyville, pirates, streetwalkers, gamblers, and thieves prowl back alleys in search of their next mark. New Orleans by Gaslight, the premier anthology of locally written and locally produced steampunk poetry and fiction, all set in Victorian New Orleans. Buy it now, available in both paperback and Kindle versions at Amazon.com. New Orleans by Gaslight.
NOLA Time Fest 5, June 3rd, 12 to 9 p.m. at the Jefferson Orleans North has everything for Doctor Who fans, artists, vendors, games, costume contests, time machines, and more. Saturday night's Chronopalooza 2 features Tomb and Nick Cage, some Metry Guy, Futurenauts, and the New Orleans Steamcog Orchestra. NOLA Time Fest 5, June 3rd, 12 to 9 p.m. at the Jefferson Orleans North. Get discounted tickets now at NOLATimefest.com. June 3rd is your appointment with the doctor.
Now, back to the Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO with David D. Squared and Brian Held. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. Yeah, you'll definitely want to tell your enemies.
Welcome back. Yes, this is the Week in Geek on News Talk 99.5 WRNO. Tell your frenemies. This is D Squared with
Brian Held.
All right, Brian.
Before we get into This Week in Geek History, do you want to tell folks how they can find us across social media?
Wow, what a nice segue. Well played. As always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Check out our website at twigradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at twigradio and the Instagrams, The Week in Geek. Now, Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, if you missed any part of tonight's show or you want to hear your favorite part again, you can always catch us on Spreaker.com or download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. We're also on iTunes, YouTube, the iHeartRadio app, and at WRNO.com.
Yes. My favorite part is when you talk all sexy about Jezebel Johnson.
Speaking of that,
I can listen to that commercial all day long, Brian, on a constant loop.
Well, thank you. And guys, support our sponsors. It's super important they keep us on the air and keep you entertained.
Yes. All right, you ready for This Week in Geek History?
Absolutely.
Brought to you by Jezebel Johnston.
This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future! Yes! Oh my God!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by Jezebel Johnston, Devil's Handmaid by Nancy Hansen, read by Brian Held. Available on Amazon, Audible, and iTunes. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
Da-na-na, da-na-na. Wow.
All right, Dave, you ready?
I'm always ready.
All right, first one out of the gate. May 8th 1886. Pharmacist John Pemberton first sells a new patented medicine. It's a carbonated beverage called...
Did it have cocaine in it?
Yes, it's Coca-Cola.
Yeah. I wish they would bring that original formula back.
And it was named after the fact that it had cocaine and cola nuts, the two C's.
Ooh.
Yeah. You like that?
I do, and I learned something now. It makes sense because I'm still playing freaking Wildlands Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of that damn game. And you're just running around Bolivia burning down cocaine fields, which kind of hurts me. But otherwise, you're running around, killing the bad guys, saving, the streets of Bolivia.
No.
Good times.
No, God. All right, next on the list is May 9th, 1986. So it's a movie. You got to guess it.
Damn it.
All right. It's directed by John Badham and starring Ali Sheedy, Steve Guttenberg, Fisher Stevens, Austin Pendleton, G.W. Bailey, and Tim Blaney is the voice of this
Oh, Johnny
robot.
Five is alive.
There you go.
Yeah, Short Circuit.
Short Circuit. There you
Johnny
go.
Five is alive. Number 5. Oh, God.
That was a great movie.
That really was. They really ruined it by adding more and more and more to it.
Of course.
Hey, let's ruin a good thing.
Reboots.
Reboots.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Playoffs?
What's next?
What's next? May 10th, 1975. Sony first releases the Betamax video cassette recorder.
Betamax.
Yes.
Yeah. I never had one.
You never had one? And what's funny is it was November 10th of 2015 when they announced they wouldn't be producing them anymore. That was just 2 years ago. And production or sales ended March of 2016 after 41
I remember we were
years.
talking about that Betamax. Yeah, it's like who the hell 2 years ago in 2015 still had a friggin' Betamax? Like some kid in Indonesia watching Short Circuit on his Betamax cassette? What the actual hell?
Probably.
Jesus. Me love Johnny Five in Indonesia. What the crap?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What's next?
May 12th, 1996. The TV movie Doctor Who airs in Canada, and it's the first of 2 appearances of the 8th Doctor, Paul McGann. Do you remember that one?
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
No,
I do not.
He was the best part of that whole movie. It's kind of bad, right? But it was after there was a period where the British television series kind of went off the air. They took a hiatus.
Right.
And then they got together with Hollywood and Canada, and we're going to resurrect it. And then they made this, for TV movie.
Okay.
And then, it kind of just fizzled, like nobody cared. And then we didn't see it again until Christopher Eccleston and the 9th Doctor. I believe that was 2005, if I'm not mistaken, 2005.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know. But look, Paul McGann was fantastic. You can hear him in the Big Finish audio books. There's more of the 8th Doctor there. But
which one does he look like again?
He's got that Victorian kind of dress, the green coat and it's the Wyatt Earp kind of outfit.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
No,
Okay.
I like that. I thought he was good.
And you like Doctor Who in general.
All right, you'll like the next one. May 13th, 1637.
Going way back.
I know. The table knife is invented by Cardinal Richelieu in France.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, the French Inquisition.
Yeah.
Cardinal Richelieu.
Right.
So what was like from the real Richelieu from like the Three Musketeers?
Yeah.
Like Porthos the pirate?
Right. What it's interesting
D'Artagnan?
is previously daggers were used to cut meat and to pick your teeth and all that kind of
dirty
stuff.
heathens.
And Richelieu, he's like, no, look, I'm going to supply my guests with these nice knives that are rounded points so they won't be stabbing everybody.
Oh, so they don't murder each other. So that was really what it was about.
Right.
All right, so don't kill anybody.
Well, he had all the knives that he.
Okay.
All right. Last one on my list. May 14th, 1973. The United States launches Skylab 1. It's their first manned space station. It was the last launch of the Standard 5 rocket, and it was the largest payload at the time. So pretty cool, It only lasted a few years. It was July 1979 is when it came back into our atmosphere.
I really like Skungy's pick of the week about Prey, how they actually use a little bit of alternate history in their own timeline to say that JFK wasn't shot, and so the actual space race, fostered more and more creativity, and just kind of made, because after like the Cold War, the collapse of all that stuff, I mean, it's just kind of like, it seems like a lot of like crap just kind of like, went off the rails a bit, Who came in after Kennedy? God, I'm going to fail my American history test.
I'd have to look.
Man.
That's why Google exists, for me to look this stuff up. So
I use Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah.
I still have all 12 volumes at my house.
Oh, jeez. You ready for some birthdays?
Sure.
All right. On the 8th, let's see, Stephen Adam Amell.
Stephen Amell, the Arrow.
Yeah,
Green
the
Arrow.
Arrow, yeah. See,
Chicks dig him and those abs.
Yeah.
He does that salmon ladder deal, and chicks are like, oh, swoon.
On the 9th, Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Night Nurse.
How you doing? Call me.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. On the 10th, Bob Carter. He was a voice actor. He voiced Balrog in Street Fighter 4. And,
he had a voice?
Yeah. And he was also in Halo Wars. He was a voice in there, too.
I really stopped playing Street Fighter after it left the arcades.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't have a joystick and like 6 buttons for me to hit, I like Mortal Kombat, all those games, it's really kind of hard for me to play on a lot of consoles and controllers.
You need to go to Skungy's house. He's got a stand-up arcade game.
I know he does.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
But then I have to go to Skungy's house, though.
Well. All right, here's a blast from the past. On 11th, Martha Quinn, the one of the first VJs from MTV.
Oh, yeah, MTV. Good Lord. How old is she now?
Oh, she's in her 60s now.
God, so that was back when they actually played music on MTV?
It was, yeah, if you can believe it.
I don't remember those days.
I know. On the 12th, Peyton Witch.
Oh, from Stranger Things.
From Stranger Things, yes, and a former guest of the show.
Nice.
On the 14th, George Lucas.
Whoa, he wrote some space opera thing. Huh?
Space opera. I hear there's a petition for people to get him to direct the next installment of Star Wars.
No.
No?
No.
You don't think he'd do a good job?
No, he needs to step aside now. let the new blood take over. Just saying.
All right.
All right, so Brian, once again we want to thank all our mothers out there, all our nerd moms who made us the nerds we are.
Yeah,
and
most definitely.
Did you ever think, like back in the day when you're reading comic books, I really wish this person could be my mom, like Ripley or Sarah Connor.
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
I wish my mom was trying to fight the cyborg Skynet race and put little weapons caches all around the country.
It'd be a better alternative than going to school every day, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, she taught him how to hack ATMs. You know?
Yeah.
That's some. What about Molly Weasley, the Weasley mom?
She's awesome.
She is. She's nice. What about Aunt May?
Aunt May?
I want the new Aunt May from the Spider-Man Homecoming.
I bet you'd like a date with her. Yes.
I would.
All right. Well, hey, Dave, just want to let everybody know, next Friday, we're going to have a table set up at the Baby Cakes game because it's Superhero Night.
It is.
On May 19th. So, guys, come out and join us. Say hi. There's going to be some cosplayers out there. There's going to be some comic artists. They're going to be auctioning some stuff off for charity. That's going to be a lot of fun. And, of course, next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be at Southern Geek Fest.
Southern Geek Fest, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. It's just a short hour drive. It's just a little jaunt from here.
Right, exactly. So come on up. A lot of great guests, a lot of cool stuff to see and do, and we're going to be hanging out all weekend. So join us.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So once again, we want to thank you all for listening. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, the Instagrams, the Weekend Geek, all that jazz. Find the podcast at WRNO.com. Where else?
Spreaker.com, iTunes, YouTube, iHeartRadio app.
Awesome. All right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
From a thread, take a look overhead. Hey there goes a Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Wealth and fame, he's ignored.
Your home for the New Orleans Pelicans. News Talk 99.5 WRNO FM. New Orleans, an iHeart radio station.